What if one treatment can treat cellulite, loose skin, and stubborn fat? We're going to talk more about it.
Okay, so how is it different from other treatments?
Well, it uses this Coolwave technology, which sounds kind of like, well, what the heck is that? Don't worry about it. It works, and that's what we care about. It's a variation of radio frequency, which we're very familiar with, and it works to go deep into the skin and into the fat to break up that fibrous tissue and release the fibers so that that cellulite not only kind of gets softer, it actually goes away.
And then what areas of the body can it target?
So that's what's really cool about it, is that because there's 3 different hand pieces, we can target 3 different types of areas. So small areas like under the chin. We can do bigger areas like the flanks or bra fat. We can even do even bigger areas like the back of your thigh and your butt. So it's really flexible, and most of all, it's comfortable.
Okay, and who would be a good candidate for this?
Anyone with cellulite. Yeah, but ideally, here's the thing, is it's not what we call a debulker. I know that sounds terrible, but if you have extra fat that you need to lose, that you would honestly think about liposuction instead of, this might not be the thing. This is going to make good to great. That's what we're shooting for. So if you want to soften the appearance of these things, if we want to tighten it up just a little bit, this is the great treatment for that. But it's not going to do the work of losing 20 pounds or going for surgery.
And about how many treatments would you say that someone would need?
We're going to start with 4, but it can go up. It depends on how stubborn the area is and what kind of results we're looking for. So it could start with 4, but we could go up to 8. And then this is something that we need to continue on over time. We're going to do a series, and then over a year to 2 years, we may need to readdress it.
Okay, so is this just for getting rid of fat?
That's just one function of it. We also have the ability, especially in the face, to do some skin tightening. So some people don't have any fat to lose. That's not the thing. We don't want to melt some of that fat that we actually want that helps us look youthful. We really want to contour, and we can do that with a little bit of skin tightening, and that's super magical.
Can you describe to me kind of what the treatment feels like?
Love to, and this is kind of what's awesome. Being someone who's kind of a wuss, what I loved about this is that if you like a hot stone massage, you're going to love this because it just feels warm. It does get up to hot, but that just means we got to temperature, and then we get to cool the skin right back down. So, and you're going to be talking to us through the whole thing. So we got to get to temperature, and then it cools down, and the handpiece does that itself. So it's fantastic in that it just gets super warm, and for the vast majority of the time that you're getting treatment, it's just a warm massage.
Love it. And then what is the expected downtime?
Yeah, so there's no downtime with this. You might be slightly red, but you can go about your day.
Love that. All right, so this sounds like magic.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anyone that you wouldn't necessarily recommend this treatment for?
I think it comes down to expectations management. If you think it's going to replace surgery, it's not. But maybe you are considering surgery. Maybe you thought, like, I want a lower facelift at some point. Good news, this is going to make your skin in better shape for that surgery. And oftentimes we're hearing surgeons talk more and more about great skincare, great skin treatments, so that when you go to surgery, you have even better results.